Yeah, I think so. It doesn't get much more exciting. And obviously, just coming to the end of 6 days isolation. So just excited to get back outside again.
And how are your confidence levels after Sri Lanka, having played so little cricket going into that series? What did those second innings wickets do for your confidence?
Yeah, I think as a spinner, taking wickets in the second innings always a confidence boost. I think I'm probably someone who's never happy in a way, and I think there's more improvement from me to come. I feel like the way the ball came out wasn't exactly how I'd like it, but I obviously have to accept that I haven't had much cricket in recent times, and it feels really good to be back playing. Obviously, that's what I get paid to do. So to be playing cricket again is a really nice feeling, and to get those two games played, and obviously to win the series 2-0. So the boys played some great cricket, and it was nice to be part of that and make a contribution. But I think sort of reflecting, I feel good for the cricket and the overs, but feel like I've got more to offer.
There'll be an added pressure on you and the other spinners, obviously, to take wickets in India. How do you deal with that pressure? How are you feeling about it?
I think there's pressure all the time when you play for England. I think, and certainly I put that pressure on myself. I think, I always want to be doing well for England, wherever it is in the world. Like you say, some in India, there's maybe a bit more pressure with what wickets could be like, but we don't know what we're going to come up against. India, obviously, a great side, and they've got all bases covered. So I wouldn't want to have too many assumptions, and I just know that if I can get myself right and in the right headspace and bowling how I know I can, then I can be effective.
Yeah, equally, it's a huge opportunity for you, isn't it? Do you view this series as a chance to firmly establish yourself as the number one spinner in the team?
Not number one. I think I just want to bring my best. I think it's been a long kind of time not playing, and in that time I did a lot of work to try and become, I guess, the bowler that I want to be, and I feel like it's all in there. I just need to bring it out now, and Sri Lanka was a good start, and I feel like I'm going in the right direction. So for me, it's just about trying to help the team in every game, and obviously with the other spinners, we've got a good group of us, and good relationships within that group. So I don't think about what that means later down the line. It's just we've got a series to win here, and that's my main focus.
And finally, for me, it looks like there could be some fans in stadiums at some point during this series. Is that something, given how many closed door games we've had recently, is that something that excites you?
Yeah, potentially. Definitely, we all want to play in front of crowds, that's for sure. But yeah, obviously, it needs to be safe, and we don't want to obviously be adding to a problem which is affecting the whole world. So if it's safe and if it's good, then great. But we obviously would love to play in front of crowds as soon as possible.
Okay, thanks, James. We'll go with John Etheridge and then George DeBell, please.
Jack, you played back-to-back tests in Sri Lanka, bowled lots of overs, which obviously is something you needed after not having played much cricket. How disruptive is it now then to be sitting in your room for 6 days without bowling a ball? And are you going to use the rhythm and the flow that you established in Sri Lanka?
I think in the last year or so, with everything COVID related, there's been some things that haven't been ideal, and I think it's about being able to adapt and sort of go with the flow a little bit. And obviously, it's not the ideal prep, but it's been the same for India, I'm pretty sure. So it's I've done some reflecting. bowled a few in the mirror, but yeah, obviously eager to get back out there tomorrow and get some days training in before that first test.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be aware that India and their batting lineup, it will be a step up from Sri Lanka. They've got a star-studded lineup. Bowling against guys like Kohli and the rest of them, is that daunting or is it exciting?
It's just a great opportunity, isn't it? I think they're obviously quality side who have come off the back of a great win in Australia. You know, but I think there's, I feel like it's just a great opportunity for all of us to test ourselves against what on paper's probably, you know, the best in the world. So yeah, and to do it here in India, like it's my first time in India. This is what, you know, the dream that you had is to come to places like this to bowl spin. So I just see it as a fantastic opportunity and one that I really want to enjoy. I guess through missing cricket, you know, you have to remember to really enjoy and cherish these moments.
Thank you.
Okay, George, and then we'll go with Mike.
Good day, Jack. A couple of things. Firstly, is it fair to say you were a wee bit rusty going into that Sri Lanka series, having only played a couple of times in a year? And going on from that, you're one of very few specialist spinners who are regularly getting championship game time in England. Are you able to reflect or sort of quantify how helpful it's been playing at Somerset? And yes, I'm going to ask about the pitches there and ask you whether you think actually they're really helpful in developing English cricketers who then go and face challenges such as playing in Asia.
Fair to say at times I did feel a little bit rusty, but you know, yeah, that's where obviously you can do all you want in the nets, but to get back out and play in those games has been really useful. And so yeah, that's that. And yeah, obviously feel, I guess, a little bit lucky in a way to have been able to play on those wickets. But I think obviously I showed from an early, you know, through the first couple of games of playing on those types of wickets, which we kind of stumbled across more than anything, that I could do a good job on those wickets. So, but yeah, I feel very lucky to have had that experience. And obviously, you know, I mean, the spinning wickets are one thing, but it's just getting those overs in as a younger spinner at that level is great for your development and kind of maybe fast forwards it a little bit. But yeah, I obviously myself and Dom have really prospered from that experience, and but yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what else. Yeah, that's probably it.
That's cool. Thanks a lot.
Okay, we'll go with Mike, and then we'll go to Shamik from the Indian Express. Go ahead, Mike.
Hi, Jack. How much encouragement do you draw from the fact that when England last won a series in India in 2012, that for all the runs that KP and Alistair Cook scored, that a major part of that success was based around left-arm spinner Monty Panesar? Your left-handedness is going to be quite a useful weapon, isn't it?
Hopefully, Mike. That's the plan. But yeah, I definitely think that I can make an impact in the series. Obviously, we've got a few days training and not sure what the wicket's going to be like or anything. So not looking too far ahead, but yeah, obviously definitely want to make an impact. And I think they've got quite a lot of right-handers. So, you know, I see that as a good thing for me and some, you know, I feel like I can make a good impression and do good things to that Indian lineup, I guess.
Brilliant, thank you.
Okay, we'll go to Indian media. We've got Shamik and then Anun, and then we'll finish with Vivek Krishnan. So Shamik, over to you.
Yeah. Hi, Jack. Jack, when in 2001, Nasser Hussain captained England in India, I mean, he successfully employed a leg trap with Ashley Giles bowling on or outside the leg stump and restricting a very strong batting lineup and also taking a fifer. do you think for a left-arm spinner, this series also against Kohli and company, this could be a go-to tactic? This could be a go-to tactic?
Did you say who's bowling over the wicket?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So that, yeah, it could be definitely, and that's something that we've talked about in Sri Lanka. Definitely is I guess changing our angles and being adaptable within. I'd say speaking to Jalo is something that he found really helpful bowling over the wicket. For him, like for his action as well. So I mean, I prefer to bowl round the wicket. I feel like I've got more dismissals in play, and I wouldn't want to, I guess, change something just because someone else did it. So I think it's about sticking to your strengths and doing that. So yeah, but it might be something that we can use at some point for sure.
Thank you.
So we'll go to Anuj and then Vivek.
Hi, Jack. Jack, you had no problems in dismissing the Sri Lankan batsmen in the recently concluded series. But looking at the way how India batted against Australia, according to you, which Indian batsman will act as a major roadblock or will be a major challenge for you in the upcoming series?
Yeah, well, we've been watching a little bit of analysis on the Indian batters, and so yeah, kind of getting to know how they play, and I think they're all going to cause certain kind of problems, I guess. But it's I had that experience in Sri Lanka as well with guys like Angelo Matthews. Found him tough to bowl at. So I guess playing in Sri Lanka and playing on those wickets is a good experience to kind of draw on so soon we're playing India. So yeah, I think it's mainly about sticking to what I do well and knowing that I've had experience of that working against some very good batters in the world. So I don't want to complicate things too much. I'll obviously be aware of their strengths, but yeah, it's going to be about sticking to what I do.
Okay, we will go last two, Vivek and then Srinjoy. Vivek, go ahead.
Hello, Jack. Jack, as mentioned earlier, during the 2012 series, Graham Swan and Monty Panesar had quite a lot of success. Have you been watching those videos, and what do you think you can learn from what they did well here? And also, Monty's strength was bowling quickly on Indian pitches. Is that something that you feel is your strength as well, or do you prefer a slower pace?
So yeah, I guess from watching, there are two bowlers that I love to watch, and I've watch a lot of spin videos and sort of try and take things from everyone I watch. But I think Monty bowled an amazing strong pace on and that on the spinning wicket can be very tricky. I think for me, I'm probably not going to be bowling at the same speeds, but it's probably more about how the ball gets there in terms of trajectory and things like that. So there's been some very successful bowlers who still bowl, who don't bowl as fast as Monty. So I think for me, again, it's knowing what my optimum pace is and going up and down a little bit from there, but trying to get as much energy on the ball and deceive them that way. So I'm always looking at ways to be as strong as possible in my action and bowl as far, be able to bowl fast, be able to bowl really slow, and try and do what the wicket dictates. But everyone has a optimum pace, and I think it's important to try and stick to that as much as possible.
अगर आपको हमारा ये वीडियो पसंद आया हो तो इसे लाइक और शेयर जरूर करें, और हाँ, हमें सब्सक्राइब और फॉलो करना ना भूलें ताकि आप क्रिकेट की कोई भी खबर मिस ना करें। चाहे स्पोर्ट्स की ब्रेकिंग न्यूज हो या क्रिकेट का कोई अपडेट, प्लेयर्स की मस्ती हो या मैदान पर लाइव एक्शन, हर वीडियो मिलेगा न्यूज़ 24 स्पोर्ट्स पर। हम कंट्रोवर्सीज भी मिस नहीं करते, तो जुड़िए हमारे साथ और देखते रहिए न्यूज़ 24 स्पोर्ट्स